What one wants to get out of this album, it can be supposed, was, at least, a feeling of strong, permeating existential modernity. That experience of just feeling alive, simply by standing at the edge of one's home, watching the world change around you. Dusk moves into a shrouded night, a thinner veil every passing year, as the lights simmering in the depths of one's retinal frame are not only illuminating the slumbering surroundings, but the suppressed spaces of modernity's overpowering gaze. We see it in opposition to time. It motivates us to decorate it with affirming memories, because we don't know when it will leave us. We seek an increasingly happy, fulfilling future, attempting to mimic the apparent presence of others, in envy, a fear of missing out, the thought of living one's life without, also missing that one glorious factor, is too frightening to imagine. Maybe if one listens to enough Brian Eno, discover an appreciation for his slightly extraordinary artistic precedents, they will discover a higher communion with existence, a certain clairvoyance, seeing around all corners. It could have felt as though to be on the vanguard of whatever Brian Eno was composing, creating, it would make one feel empowered and optimistic of the future. I wonder though if this is still relevant. We've had Windows XP, we thought that was the end of history, again it didn't work out. At least in 2014, with Carl Hyde of the celebrated UK electronic act Underworld, partly responsible for Trainspotting being so impressionable to this day, Eno is observing a particular air of melancholy, a rather fixed sensation of impending metamorphosis into something of which our memory has no true reference point for, and then memory becomes the only refuge of a now older world. If Eno had embraced the future before, now he considers how he feels at there being no going back. Lucidity was once thought to coincide with euphoria, probably inspired by LSD adventuring of the 1960s, although it could just be as easily, possibly more likely, resulting in a cold, hyper-aware, anxious pathology which knows that there is no truly logical reason to ever completely, totally, truly relax. To feel too positively, to go out of one's way to try and feel positive at least, is to feel as though one is denying something, whether it is a brutal truth or a noticeable issue which, if solved, could lead one to an even higher existence than the current parameters are suggesting, than one could have imagined prior to addressing these negatives. These thoughts occur to me as I listen to Eno and Hyde's 2014 collaborations, this one known as Someday World, as well as the subsequent album High Life. I consider these possibly Eno's most interesting releases of the 21st century, much as I do like Another Day on Earth. I think this album is its overall superior, although Equatorial Stars and Everything That Happens are major competitors to be sure. One of my favourite albums of the 2010s, really interesting work here.